Hi everyone, my name is Mara Burrows. Today is March 14th, 2020, and this is for my Bio 225 class, Week 1, Lab 1. This week we had a chance to learn about labs and learn about how important it is to have good time management and proper planning. During this week's lab, we did get a chance to make our own calendars, and mine looks like this. That's for March, and this is for April. It's really important to plan properly for these labs because we just never know how our cultures are going to grow. Although we are provided with instructions on how our environment and temperature should be for these cultures to grow, we just never know if they are. And because we are at home, we tend to have more room for mistakes at home than we would at an actual lab. So it's really important to have good time management, give ourselves extra days if possible, so that if there is a mistake that happens, we're able to try and correct it right away and have enough time to do that instead of scrambling last minute and trying to figure out what else we're gonna do next. So not only is time management and proper planning important, it's also important to know that we have a limited amount of lab supplies that we're provided with at home. In order for us to help reduce waste or minimize error, it's important for us to have everything available on hand for that week and ready. So my recommendation is to have all our instruments just for that lab on our workstations counted for. So I would make sure that I would have all my culture sets, my petri dishes, my graduated cylinders specifically for that lab available in front of me, and everything else that I don't need, I would kind of put it away in the box, kind of away from me, just so that I can also help prevent contamination, because the last thing you really want to do is to have dirty hands, going through the box, looking for whatever it is you need. It's always good to have everything available for you right there and then in your workstation. It's hard for me to really suggest how to improve lab activity when I haven't done a lab yet. I think that it's important, again, to just have everything on hand and prepared. And I think that will go a long way, as long as we also give each other enough time to grow our cultures. The next question was to consider any confusion that existed in the lab itself and how this confusion might be avoided. I personally had some confusion in regards to how to make this calendar, only because the instructions specified to look into our syllabus for our basically calendar for the next 8 weeks, and I couldn't find it in the syllabus, so I did end up finding the calendar under assignments in our portal, but again, confusion because it didn't give me step-by-step timing. So there was just a lot of confusion in regards to that. I really had to read the instructions one by one to figure out what I was doing, which in the long run worked out, but when it comes to these labs, that might be a confusion that's yet to happen. And again, we can avoid this by maybe reading the instructions ahead of time, or in reading it multiple times before we even start it, to make sure that we comprehend and understand the instructions to grow whatever it is that we're going to be growing at home. So I hope you guys find this useful. Thank you. Bye-bye.